Well, as you know, we'd been having some battery issues on the excavator. So I picked up a couple of batteries yesterday evening. It's a Saturday, but I thought I'd go ahead and come out, get them replaced this morning. I might play around here a little bit today, I'm not sure. Hopefully that alleviates a lot of our starting problems. Oh my gosh, I think they're heavy. Do a little cleaning up. Of course, everything's froze. Get cleaned up, see if we can't get stuff back in. Something like that. Okay, I got those all tied back in, tied down. We'll give this thing a spin. See if that acts a little better. Well, that was definitely much better, considering it's about, I don't know, 15 degrees. So, run over pretty good for that. We'll go ahead and we'll let it run a while, get a little bit of heat in the oil. I may go ahead and try to do a little track adjustment. I might clean up some of Jared's mess that he did the other day. Well, that didn't work so good, did it? Well, my cleanup got cut a little bit short. Looks like I've got an O-ring I've blown out on one of those flat face connectors on the oil lines. They're on the boom, so it was leaking pretty good. And I don't have anything with me big enough to pull that apart. So get out here next week, depending on what this weather does coming in tomorrow afternoon, Monday morning. We'll get that fixed. Hopefully I can just bring an O-ring out with me and replace it and be back in business. But anyway, that's where I'm gonna finish up today's work. We'll see you early next week. A little bit of snow over the weekend. Kyle's been doing a little shoveling.
Keeps you warm.
Am I overdressed? I may be overdressed.
Not for sitting in the skid loader.
So we got the blade on the skid steer. We'll either use the blade or the bucket. Wondering if we shouldn't go down and check that north-south road before we hook the trailer on, make sure we can get out of here.
Probably a good idea. At least maybe
if we can't get out, we'll probably have to put the big blade on the tractor and plow the road ourselves. So Dustin was still blown in at, I think 10:30 was the last time I talked to him, and he had just got through pulling his wife out.
Oh.
Trying to get to work. So Jess had got hung up, and
yeah, my wife stayed home.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
You can drive through that.
Yeah. Not really sure how much snow we got because it just blows. So I'm guessing 4 or 5 inches maybe. Just the fact that it just all blows away.
My house, it looked like about 6 inches.
Yeah. So could have been close to 6. I don't know. Anyway, 5:30 this morning, I had a car hung up right at my mailbox.
First order of business is plowing out the trailer. Can't really take it anywhere without that. So I shoveled out the tongue of the trailer, and Dad's gonna plow out the drift that luckily built up right in front of it. Time to hook up the trailer now. Alrighty, just got a phone call from Dad. I guess a plow truck had gone through and did one side of the road going towards the church. So he did the other side. I've got the trailer in the truck. I'm just going to meet him at the church. I'll get started shoveling. He's going to plow out the church parking lots, and then we'll move to one grandma, load up the skid steer, move to the next, and keep at it. So follow along. Made it. Shoveling Mom's sidewalk for her like a good child. She was making fun of my little snow shovel. I had a smart comment to respond to, but ain't about the size of the shovel. Anyway, that's what goes through my head sometimes. Dad's just getting some. He plowed me enough to pull the truck and trailer off the road, and the little skid steer makes light work of this stuff. When you can get traction, that's the tricky part. No studs in our tracks. Sometimes it doesn't like to bite, but he's moving right through it, so I'm gonna get to work. Ramp looks like as good a spot as any to get started. Having fun yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Except for my heart attack.
Oh yeah. How's your left arm? Feeling a little tingly?
Am I supposed to feel it?
Huh?
Am I supposed to feel it?
Nah. 6 inches piles up pretty high, huh? Makes for a lot of shoveling.
Does when the wind blows it all in one spot.
Yep. Well, we got church done, Grandma Richard's done, and Grandma Kate's done. We're back at the house. Dad's unloading it backward. Dad's going to do a little bit more here, but I'm pretty much done for today. And then come along for part 2 tomorrow, where we're going to plow out Gypville bins. Lots of shoveling there. Dustin will be here and see him again, but that's about it for today. See if we can't fit this truck and trailer in the shop. See you tomorrow. Just like that. It's the next day. We are out at Jared's house. We're going to make it look like somebody's here. Which he's not. He's on vacation, sitting in the hot sun on a beach. Yeah, not exactly fair, but it's his vacation. He picked a good time, so I won't dog him for it. Jared's got a pretty good sized snowdrift right down the middle of his driveway. So while Dad works on that, me and Dustin's back. He's back from vacation. He took the last 2 weeks off for Christmas and holidays. He had some days, but me and Dustin will get his steps cleaned off, try to get the truck started, get the snow off of it, at least get it warmed up a little bit since it hasn't ran in a while. See where Jared left the keys. What are your bets they're in there?
Slim to none.
Slim to none?
Oh yeah, they're in here.
You're lucky we live in a rural area where we don't really have to worry about, what, crime? The only crime around here is the clothes Dustin chooses to wear.
Hey! I take that personally.
Well, one emergency trip back to Jared's because I have a tendency to set things down and forget them. Left you guys sitting on Jared's steps. So, went back to Jared's and got the camera. We'll go see what kind of damage Dustin's done here at Gypville. Just some minor drifting. Dad's already got that side pretty much done. He's going to come around and do this side where we pull in. A little bit of drifting here. Mainly we need to get enough to get, trucks in here. We got more grain to haul in the next week, and then a whole bunch of grain to haul starting the 10th. So Dustin's done quite a bit. I should forget the camera more often.
Where'd you bring that at?
Sitting on Jared's steps.
Nice.
So set you guys up, and I should probably help Dustin. And I left my gloves in the truck.
We obviously forgetful today. Monday was yesterday, dude. This is Tuesday.
shoveled out. Got this here shoveled out. Gave us a path back here. We get the tarp off. And we're going to be switching, Dad said, possibly to these two. So we carved out a couple paths to those. Got the building dug out. Nice path back here. That's about it. Name of the game today is just carve paths so we can haul. No need to move more than we have to. Let the weather take care of that. Hands are cold.
Mine aren't.
Wasn't worth drive walking back to the truck again. One of those days. But well, took a lot less time with 3 people than just me and Dad. Didn't have to shovel it all myself, so that was nice. Let Dad finish up, and about lunchtime. Alrighty, just got done with lunch. Me and Dustin have been tasked with shop cleanup. It's a good day to do it. It's cold outside. I'm perfectly happy staying in here in the heat. Right now Dustin's just getting dusty. Dustin. Pulling all the sheathing off the old tubing. We'll stack that tubing up. I don't think we'll need any more 3/8 hose. I'm in charge of each box that we took out. If you guys watched the previous video where we started on this 2-part series so far, probably going to be a 3 or 4. Each bracket came with 2 U-bolts, a long and a short. So every box has a long U-bolt in it. We get all that together. All our extra washers and nuts and extra pieces we haven't needed yet or may not need. I think I'm just going to stack all the U-bolts in this box and we'll go through everything else later. Alright, the box is broken down. Got extra pieces here, small U-bolts, large U-bolts, and then in this box I'm just going to put extra cables that we haven't quite needed yet. I'm sure they go to something, or maybe something we're not going to use, but they came with the system, and I'm going to stick both instruction manuals in this box. That way, hopefully when Jared gets back or we get the pieces we need, it'll be pretty easy to pick out what we need with everything organized. You guys will find out I'm a very, everything has its place and a place for everything type of person, so this is very satisfying work for me. Got all this cleaned up, got the hoses stacked up, got parts, stuff we're still using, U-bolts, kind of went through all that. Got the antifreeze off the ground for the dogs so they don't drink it. All the random pieces. I'm trying to film over here. Dustin gave me a fact since I get to close out this video. There are between 50,000 and 200,000 different types of mollusks that create seashells, and each one has a unique shell, which is crazy. That's why you find so many different seashells on the beach. With Jared being gone and Dustin just getting back from the beach, seemed a beach fact was very fitting. Anyway, like the video. Go back and check out part 1 and 2 of this if you guys haven't. We'll see you in the next one.